Dark right now. Right now I'm gonna grab some Portos because one of my co-workers, actually her last day today. I'm kind of late. I'm always late. So you guys probably already know that I've already done a 5 in a row 12-hour shifts, which is kind of wild, and it's my first time I've ever done that. I don't usually do 5 12-hour shifts in a row, so I'm very tired, but you know what, we did it. And one thing I really feel like I neglected was like my skin and just like my proper like self-care. So I'm gonna go ahead and just like kind of pamper my skin a little bit, because I'm not gonna lie, I usually have like dry skin like just as like my baseline, but going to the hospital, my skin has been even drier, like just taking on the N95 mask and face masks and just being in like ventilated air all the time and just like in bacteria area. I feel like my skin is not really doing well, which is why I'm gonna try to maintain what I can and try to like moisturize my skin. My face is one thing, and another thing is like my hands. If you guys can tell my hands, okay, I'm kind of embarrassed to show you guys my hands because my hands are like not the most beautiful hands, and plus I cut my nails, so it's like even worse. But just to give you guys a glimpse, my hands have been wrecked. Like you guys can tell just from like this area. I've been bleeding a lot, and you could just see the redness, and it kind of looks like almost like eczema, but it's dry skin, and I've been bleeding from like my knuckles right here, and it's just bad. And my finger's been bleeding. And not all this like eczema looking things. It's honestly from dry skin, and I got cuts from here because the soap from the bathroom fell off and it hit my wrist. But anyhow, I need to kind of moisturize my hands and treat it a little bit, and because my hands really hurt. I don't really like to use lotion at my work because number one, I hate the feeling of like sticky lotion and having to wear gloves, because I feel like even on the gloves it has some kind of like powder kind of stuff on it, and plus like your sweat gets in there, and then plus bacteria, and if it's like sticky I just feel like I attract even more bacteria. So I try to always wash my hands and then try to wear gloves with dry hands. So that's how my hands are just wrecked and just even dry. So on my off days I try to take care of my hand skin which is really weird, but if you think about it, it happens because I'm either always using alcohol gel or spray or washing my hands, and my hands just end up like bleeding, and it just hurts. So I'm gonna take care of my hands, and then we're gonna wash our face. So if you guys still haven't watched my skincare, I'll like link my skincare video that I have. I believe it's still kind of relevant. I feel like I may have changed like a few skincare things here and there, but it's still relatively right now the same, if I have to be honest. So yeah, if you guys want to know my skincare, definitely check that out because it's still the same, kind of. Please wash your hands.
Just pulled up to the house, don't feel like getting out. I'ma just lay back and crack this window. I've been doing my best, taking a moment to rest, feeling stressed out. Give it a good, I put that on guard when it gets hard. I stay on my job like no days off, so you can go home with it.
So I have a lot of face masks that I got. These are mostly Misha. They're like all these like fruit based. There's like lemon, rice, honey, pomegranate, shea butter, red ginger, and green tea. And I also have like the fancier, more expensive ones that are like filled with like ampoules and essence. So these are some of them. I'm actually gonna do the rice mask this time, and this brand is from Misha. I guess it's supposed to make your skin a little bit more brighter, so that's what it means.
Jump on, jealousy, my bad. Get away from me, 'cause I've been working all day. Can a nigga catch a break? Give a pretty brown girl her space. You can keep your bitter, I'ma make a better way. Hey, hey, already got the world on me. Give a pretty brown girl her space. You can keep your bitter, I'ma make a better way.
So since my hands are so dry, what I usually like to do is first go over with Vaseline. I usually just get like a scoop of Vaseline right here. Actually, this is kind of a lot, but I'm all sleeping, so I like to rub it on. I first like to use the back of my hands and rub it because this is where like my most dryness comes from. It's from my like knuckle area. And then I like to go over right here. I like to put Vaseline on here. And I don't usually like to put Vaseline in the palm of my hands because it gets too sticky. What I'm trying to emphasize is more on the back of my hands and like the crevices on my thumb right here. I also like to put Vaseline on my thumb right here because I tend to dry out like even on the knuckle part of my thumb. I know it's so bad. Oh, I have Vaseline all over my rings, which is fine. after I do the Vaseline, I usually use CeraVe. This is what I usually use. I just usually open it, and this is kind of like a thick lotion. So it looks like this. Let me just scoop it. It's like a white cream lotion, and I also like to put it on the back of my hands and just kind of rub it in. So it's like a super thick layer. I usually only do this at night because it's sticky and I don't do anything with my hands at night. And I usually rub in the back of my hands, and then I'll rub the excess into my palms. Usually I don't moisturize a lot in my palms. I just kind of rub the leftover in and kind of do that. And sometimes I like to bring it up my wrist because I have dry skin over here, as I said. So yeah. Hi guys, so today is another day, and I just woke up to a text message from my work asking a group of people, which included me in it, asking if I could work another shift today. And they're offering like a double something kind of thing that I don't want to explain, and I don't think I'm the best person to explain it to. So after my 5 straight days and 1 day off, I think I'm gonna go back to work. So yeah, I think I'm going back to work. It's not I think, I am going back to work. I already called them. But the good thing about these type of pickup shifts is that you can negotiate with them what you want. For example, like I can negotiate with them like, hey, I don't want to be floated. If I'm gonna be having to float, then I'm not gonna pick up this shift. I didn't know this as a new grad, but when I was working, I heard this is a thing in hospital culture because you're doing the hospital a favor, so you can also negotiate with them. So that's just a little tip for you if you are also a new grad. I think the first time I picked up a shift, I was like, wow, this is hard because first of all, we were short staffed, and I ended up getting like 5 patients. And I admitted 1. So I started off with 4, and I had an open bed. So they gave me 5 assignments, and I admitted 1. So I had a total of 5, while the regular scheduled people had 4. And I was kind of like, this is not fair, kind of, because the next day I have to come back, and who knows, I might get 5 or possibly 6 because our nurse to patient ratio has increased. So yeah, that is the whole spiel of this. I posted on my Instagram as well if I should like work or not, and a lot of people were like, don't do it. Take a self-care day. And also, if you guys want to follow my Instagram is down below. I linked it. I usually pretty much update my Instagram like very live on a day-to-day basis. So if you guys kind of want to follow me up and catch up with me there, go ahead and follow me. I'll link it down below. But a lot of people, out of like all the polls that I've done, they voted for that one, and a lot of people told me to take a self-care day, and I was like feeling kind of like a little bit anxious. I was like, oh no, like I don't want to disappoint people, but at the same time I decided that I'm gonna go to work. And I know it's like a little bit much, but I feel like right now I'm in the capacity to be able to do it. I might just take like a Celsius or an energy drink and go to work. Yeah, and that's it. I'm just kind of updating you guys the life of a nurse, and my skin is really bad. Yeah, but anyways, I do need to get my eyelashes extension done because these are just hanging on for dear life. I felt sleepy at like 4-ish, which is kind of bad because that's the time when I need to start to head to work and get ready. But anyhow, I'm gonna grab a Celsius at Target real quick. I'm trying the thick protein bar, and this is the flavor salted caramel. It's honestly not bad, and I'm just chugging a Celsius on the way to work. This is probably not the healthiest thing to do, but I don't do this usually like all the time. Actually, so I guess I do it kind of often. But anyways, I'm just gonna eat this a little bit while I'm on the go. And yeah, that's it. Hi guys, so oh my gosh. So I am back from my extra shift that I picked up. So within this 2-week span, I picked up 3 extra shifts. And today wasn't that bad of an assignment, which is good. Sometimes no, today wasn't that bad. It could have been worse. But honestly, my patients today were sweet. I feel like the hardest patients are usually either total care, or I mean, obviously if they're unstable, that's also very like, kind of like scary. But also like, I think the most hardest patients are total care patients and confused patients, like super confused patients, because you're constantly checking up on their safety and you're constantly always having to kind of watch them one-on-one, and you're kind of like tied down to them almost, because you can't really go visit your other patients unless you have 2 confused patients or more. I guess I don't know how to explain that. That's like a lot of hard, like it's just hard to deal with confused patients when you have like more than one patient, you know. So other than that, today was not a bad shift. I worked with my PCA. I love my PCA, so today was a good shift overall. But yeah, I think I'm going home. I probably will get my eyelash extensions redone, and I think we're gonna have a family dinner today because my sister is going back to school out of state, so that is a whole deal. But other than that, honestly, working 3 days extra shifts was not that bad, but I honestly think I was able to take this because I was kind of in a good mental capacity. I feel like if I was not in a good mental capacity, I would have easily just said no. But the fact that I don't know, something about this like groove of the week, I was pretty good about it. I've been working a lot, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm also excited to see how that will also change my paycheck, or if it doesn't really change my paycheck. So I think that was also one motivation of why I wanted to kind of work as much as I could within like one paycheck rule. I don't know if that's too many details, but I think this information is helpful because as a new grad, I don't know really much about, you know, like double SSR, and I always just hear rumors about like, you know, it's not worth it because it's gonna all get eventually taxed. So I don't know. Right now, I'm basically just rambling my thoughts, which is so bad. But these are genuine questions I actually had when I was like, you know, I still have to this day during nursing. So hopefully, I don't know if I'm gonna share that information, but maybe I will share that information with you guys. But yeah, overall today was a good shift. I'm gonna be back actually the day after tomorrow, and I start my 3 straights. I decided to go back to 3 straights rather than 2 days straight and then 1 day, because night shift, it's kind of hard. You kind of have to waste like a day after a shift because you're like catching up on rest. So I just decided to clump them all together. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna go home. Bye. Oh my god, it's super bright right now. But if you guys reached to the end, thank you guys for watching and supporting my YouTube. If you guys have not done it already, go ahead and follow me on my Instagram. I post pretty live on my Insta stories and post. And don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and just say hi. And thank you guys so much for watching and spending time with me. I'll see you guys again. Bye!
Better way. Oh, Mom and Dad's only daughter.